Hey, Yufi. I'm going to try to answer your three questions. First question, the 3B, I put in a video at the very top. Jade asked the same question, but the answer doesn't really necessarily require a video, but you can watch it because I did one already. Because she asked the same question, why is the negative 220 made positive? The question wasn't to find the integral of v, it was the question was to find the integral of the absolute value of v. So you need to absolute value all of the data points. So there's only one data point that's negative, so just do it that way. So now, the second question you asked is, what are the symbol of the d2y over dy x2? That just means second derivative, y double prime. So it just means find the second derivative. The last question, you need your calculator, okay? The way you find the sum, and I think your question is this, I think make sure you don't go from 0 to 2 of f minus g or from 0 to 2 of g minus f. They switch halfway. They switch at this point, 1.0328832. So what you have to do is you have to take the top function, which is g, which I'm going to call y2 in my calculator, and then subtract the bottom function, which is y1, which is f. So you go from 0 to that point to find r. So you find r by itself of doing one minus the other. Now don't worry, if you put in the calculator backwards, you'll get a negative, then you just have to look and double check and make sure that, oh crap, I put it in backwards, okay? So and once you find that area, then what you want to do is you want to go from a to 2, because the other point ended at 2, 4, so this is going to be at 2 here. So it's going to go 0 to this point. Now, store that in A so you're not typing that number in all the time, okay? So it's very similar to the test questions we had on that last quiz before we finished curriculum. You got to kind of use your calculator. The main problem students do is they go 0 to 2 and then the answer doesn't match. You have to actually do two separate questions and add them together. Now, one second. The area of the first one is 0.997427, and the area of the second one is 1.006919, so it adds up to 2.004. So let me write those down real quick. The area of this first one, if you do this integral, the area of the first one is going to be 0.997. Now you have to keep a couple more decimal places, because when you add them together, you want to make sure you don't lose the answer. To be accurate to 3 decimal places. So you only really need 4 decimal places. I think, from science we know you only have to have 1 extra decimal place, but I'm going to put a whole crap load of decimal places in here. So you get 0.2004. So anyways, back to your 3 questions. The first one, because they're not looking for velocity, they're looking for the absolute value of velocity. That's why you make that negative 220 positive 220. On that second one, on the second derivative, that's just a different way of writing it. Remember, calculus was discovered by 2 people, Leibniz and Newton, and they used different symbols, and that's Leibniz's way of doing it. Newton did the double prime thing, the one we used. So just don't worry about that. Just maybe see. And if it was a 3, it would mean third derivative. If it was a 4, it would mean fourth derivative. And then the last one, the main problem is people try to just go integrate from f minus g from 0 to 2. You have to actually write 2 separate integrals, because if you do that, one will be negative, one will be positive. Hopefully this answers your questions. Thank you.